So the next one is from this guy's name is FF Replica 515. Subject is questions for the show. Okay, well, your first sentence here, buddy. I don't know what I don't know if you listened to the show. Not sure who is reading this. Who reads every email in the show?
You do.
Right. Okay, okay, not sure who is reading this. Hugh, the guys. I think it's talking about Hughie. Hugh, the guys, or someone else. But here are the questions I'd ask.
Let me explain the process real quick.
Right.
The email gets to Joe, and Joe forwards it to Disco.
Right, and I read them on the air. Okay,
right.
So
he usually has nothing to do with this.
Right. Conan, how do you feel about the end of the Wolfpac's run in WCW? Even though people seem to crap on it now, I think the Wolfpac, when it was you, Lex, Sting, and Nash, were one of the most over things in the company. I'd even go as far to say as either Nash or Sting were the most over faces after Goldberg. With all that said, Conan, how do you feel when you found out Nash was going to beat Goldberg for the title? Was it like once he did? And what did you think about Nash just giving the title to Hogan and the Wolfpac breaking up? I guess what I'm asking is, if you were the booker, how would you have handled all these things and the last stage of the Wolfpac? Al from New Jersey, or I think it's AJ from New Jersey, whatever. Al or AJ from New Jersey. Go ahead, Answer. I've got a comment about this, but I want to hear what you say.
I don't know. I just think that the Wolfpac, we always had a lot of heat with Eric. Nash had heat with him. Scott had heat with him. I had heat with him. Lex had heat. I think the only one that didn't have heat was Sting, and Matra could do whatever the fuck he wanted. So he was kind of like on his own little deal. But, there were times when I remember that they would do shit like they'd be beating up one of the Wolfpac guys, and we were nowhere to be seen. And we were like, what the fuck, dude? You're making us look like shit.
Let me tell you the story exactly how it happened. When you guys started, let me tell you, you guys really got hot. I was involved in this. We had done a pay-per-view the night before, and I think I wrestled you. Either me and Alex wrestled you or Luger. It may have just been me versus you, right? And Luger interfered, and you went over. But you guys are baby faces. But back then, this is the NWO was kind of heels, but you broke off into a babyface faction, and the four of you guys were getting really big pops. Because you do Kev would do the Wolfpac in the house, you do the oil. There's good verbiage there. So the next night, right? I'll never forget this. So it was me and Alex against Nash and no, not Nash and Luger. It was me and Alex against
Luger and Sting.
It was Nash and Luger. Okay, so it was me and Alex against Nash and Luger, and Conan and Sting were ringside, and it was funny because I had an idea for you guys, and we were laying it out, and it was kind of it had to do with a lot of you guys just being heels, doing heel stuff, but I said I'd tell you the people will pop, right? So me and Alex went out and cut a cheesy promo. It was good, we're challenging these, and Alex, we were all dressed in lime green and stuff, just a total cheeseball thing. Yeah. And you guys we called you out, and you guys came out. Huge pop. We did a couple spots, a spot where I remember it was outside the ring where, because the referee got the back turn, you got my thing and hit me from behind and then knocked me, and even though it was 4-on-2, and Sting, I said we did a spot where I was on the rail and Sting ran across the side of the ring and gave me the Stinger splash on the rail. Anybody go back and watch that match and listen to the crowd. And you guys were just doing heelish stuff to us, and the people were just going crazy. And I was saying, I just said that I was saying you guys could do heelish stuff, and the people are going to pop. And I remember Sting, we were going over. He's like, "You really think I should do?" I'm like, "Bro, trust me." I go, "The people don't like us.
Right? They like us.
You can heal. We can, and we'll still pop. These are good spots. Watch that.
And that's the key thing that people have to understand from this story. When you're so over as a baby face, and the heels are so over as heels, you can do that.
Right, because they're
they want to see the heels get their ass kicked.
Right, they get their own shit thrown at, right, everything. But watch that match and listen to the crowd. And the thing we produced, it's a short match, big pops. There were huge pops on everything we did. You know what I mean? So that was interesting. But then what happened was you guys were getting over really strong, really fast. And I think Hogan kind of saw us he did not want to be the B side in this angle. It was that the Wolfpac was obviously the A side. They had way more crowd response than the black and white had heat, because the black and white still had kind of a lot of jabronis in there. They had you had four top guys. you know, and they
we
had like
a fresh, cooler look.
fresh, cooler look, right? So then, like, you guys were getting over. Then I'll never forget that night we're in Colorado, and the Wolfpac went out there and cut a promo at the beginning of the show, right? And this is back in the day when, you know, the show was super hot. You know, we were getting good ratings, but still the show was changing 10 minutes before the show. Sometimes during the show, stuff would change. And this is a perfect example. Stuff would change during the show. So you guys went out and cut a promo, huge pop, big reaction. Luger went out there and had a match, and Luger went out there by himself. And they came out and they fucked Luger, like the nWo. And it was like, you know, and like I was in the locker room with you guys. And we're watching, like, we were like, what the we're like, this just makes us look made you guys look fucking stupid. You know, it's like, why? We're the Wolfpac. We're the guys that are all together.
Right.
But they got heat on you by making you guys look dumb. And in their minds, they thought that was heat. But I'm like, you know, either, like anyone with common sense was looking at, no, that made you guys look stupid. That's, you know, so I'll never forget. I don't know if you were in there. I remember it was me and Nash and Luger, but we're all sitting, you know, those guys would sit back there, drink wine or, you know, whatever, okay? We're all sitting there. Eric comes in the doorway, okay? And Kevin had a promo coming up, all right? And Eric goes, hey, well, I want to talk about that promo. Nash goes, I'm not doing it. He said, well, what do you mean? And I'll never forget this. Nash goes, what the fuck am I supposed to say? You made us look like idiots out there. And like, really? And Eric walked away. They didn't do the promo. Because, like, literally, what was he supposed to say?
Right.
It made him look, you know, and I'll never forget. And that's how that, and think about that. That was a segment now in the middle of the show. They had to change because they booked that kind of back channel. And, like, like everybody didn't really know what was going on. There was next thing you know, we're watching going, well, that made you guys look dumb, you know? And literally during the show, he didn't do the promo. And it's like, that's when you started seeing that, Jesus Christ, these guys are so fucking stupid. All they had to do was keep getting us over, you know, and then we clash. But they had to get their heat back because the red and black was getting over stronger than they had heat, and they thought, well, we got to get some heat tonight. Let's just, and not even realizing that's not in the year 2000, whatever it was, or 1997. That's not heat because you're making people look dumb, and nobody wants a dumb baby face, especially like a super over baby face.
Not only that, here's the thing that I've learned in wrestling early on. When something gets hot, you ride that wave because you don't know if for some reason, if you stop it, if it'll ever get that hot again. So you jump on that the minute it gets hot. You know, they should have let the Wolfpac get.
Perfect example is you just watch the booking of Stone Cold Steve Austin when he was getting hot.
Right.
Every week he would do something more and more, and it would top the week before and right. Then the heels would get heat on him. And then, oh, fuck, they left Stone Cold like he didn't get any heat. He wasn't getting over this week. The next week, they would turn it up to level 10. He would start back up again. Like they would like get heat on him. Austin was stunning people, you know, hitting the ring.
Bro, the way they
then they'd screw him. So then what happened the next week? He'd drive a fucking Zamboni up to the fucking ring and move it and then jump on him. And that's how you just take it to the next level. Like, they never took you guys to the next level because Hogan and his crew had to keep their heat, you know, and it wasn't heat. It was making you guys look bad, you know? Right. So that's what happened with that. That's well documented too. If you watch any of these old clips or shoot interviews from guys talking, like, you know, that's what happened.
And it's cool for the fans to hear from people that were actually there like us.
Yeah.